Okay, I know pretty well, 2 days, 3 days of powerful impact you had. Next 1 hour, it's going to be another input. But before I start my speech, I thought Khammam was a very small town. And today morning I called up Gampa and said, 400, 500 people are assembled in the Impact Khammam. He said, no, it's more than 1,500 people who are sitting in this town. And in fact, I'm stunned by this man because I don't know, sitting in Hyderabad, he does things, magic man I could call. Okay, I think we should all give a big round of applause because impact would not have happened without Gampa. And nobody would have come without Gampa. We all come here for you we come, but more importantly, we have the confidence that if he is organizing something, if Gampa Nageshwar Rao is organizing something, it is going to be of huge benefit to all the people, to the people of the entire region. And that's why we come. Let me start with a small story. There were a group of nomads. Nomads na telsu kada, Banjaras, wandering generality. They don't have a place to stay. There were a group of nomads who were walking from one village to another village on the seaside. As they were walking from one village to another village, it was evening time, sun was about to set. Suddenly an angel appeared in front of them. An angel appearing in front of them, they were all thrilled, they were all very happy. Chala santoshamainaru. And the angel looked at them and said, guys, collect as many shells as possible. You understand, shells is something which lies on the seashore. Collect as many shells as possible and walk the entire night. Tomorrow morning, Rep Poduna, when you wake up, listen up, you will find yourself glad and you will find yourself sad. What did the angel say? You will find yourself glad and you will also find yourself sad. Saying this, the angel disappeared. Now these guys were disappointed. They thought angel came, could have given us money, could have given us Bangaram gold, could have probably brought the entertainment, some dance show, something. What is this nonsense of collecting a few shells? The chief of the nomads said, let us not disobey an angel's command. So for the sake of angel, let us collect 1 or 2 shells. So all of them collected okati rendu shell. Petkon, they started walking. Next day morning, Surya Mudayamaindi, and to their surprise they found, one of them found the shell that he had collected the previous evening had turned into a diamond. What did it turn into? And he was very glad, he was thrilled, he said, wow. And everybody wanted to find out, the shell that they collected had turned into a diamond. Everybody became very glad. They said, oh my God, shell yesterday but turned into a diamond today. They were all very happy. Till in one corner, one guy said, my God, he was very sad. Everybody looked at him to ask, what happened? Did your shell not turn into a diamond? Why are you so sad? Immediately this guy said, no, my shell also turned into a diamond. But if only I knew that the shell that yesterday I had collected would turn into a diamond, I would have collected a lot more shells. You understand, my friends, my dear friends? All of them became sad. My dear friend, the story applies to you. It applies to each one of you sitting here. Every input which you heard in impact, every speaker who spoke in impact, everything you did yesterday, day before yesterday and today is only a shell. But from tomorrow, when you are able to implement that in your real life and see the result for yourself, you learn to get confidence. You got the confidence. You learn to communicate. You probably learned the importance of doing hard work. You learned how to elevate your self-image. You understood how to be successful. All these are only shells. But when you're able to collect it, implement it in the world outside, then the shell that you collected here would have turned into what? A diamond. So what you learn in these 3 days does not matter. What you are going to do from today is what is going to matter. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. Because you had the best of the best of the best speakers coming and addressing you. And all of you can either admire them. అందరూ చాలా బాగా మాట్లాడినారు, అందరూ చాలా బాగా చెప్పినారు. మేము ఏం చెప్పినాం కాదు, మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు. That is where your life hangs. The responsibility of ours come to an end today. The responsibility of yours begins today. As a result of which, you need to ask yourself this question: what am I going to implement? What am I going to implement? And my speech today, in the next 1 hour, is one more step in that direction where I'm going to give you a few more shells. Collect those shells. Implement those shells. And see to it that those shells turn into a diamond. I understand the theme of the Impact Khammam is my duty to the society. My duty to the society. What is the first duty I have? What is the first duty each one of you have here? Dalai Lama was sitting in the dais. Thousands of people were there, waiting to listen to the message of the holiness, His Holiness Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama just stood there meditatively, silently, for close to around 20 minutes. Announcement was made well in advance that it is going to be a very important message which Dalai Lama is going to give. So thousands of them had come, thinking that it is going to be a long speech. And they were all waiting. Dalai Lama, His Holiness Dalai Lama, after 15 minutes of silence, uttered just, he said, take care of yourself. Take care of what? Yourself. And then he said, turn to your right, turn to your left. If possible, take care of the person who is sitting next to you, to your right or to your left. If you cannot take care, don't harm them. You understand? Don't harm them. And he went on to finally say, if every one of us can take care of my own needs, our own needs, then I think society is taken care of. Is that right, my dear friends? Yes, I have to take care of society, but for that I have to first take care of myself. I have to take care of my needs. What are my needs in life? Because today, when you are not able to even take care of yourself, how can I come and tell you take care of the world? The first thing which we need to do is to take care of our own self. And the 4 basic needs a human being has got. What are those 4 basic human needs? Which, if you can take care of these 4 needs, let me tell you, my dear friends, we will create a wealthy, healthy, peaceful, blissful, loving India. If we can just take care of, if each one of us sitting in this room, if we can take care of these 4 things of us, there is no need of relying upon somebody else. And by taking care of yourself, you would have taken care of the society itself. There was a kingdom which was going down economically and financially day by day. Every citizen of this kingdom was getting more and more poorer. Money was not there. Money was getting empty. The coffers were empty. Varsham ledu, there was drought. Employment was not there. Things were going in a very bad shape. The Maharaja of the kingdom, the emperor of the kingdom, called the 12 wise men of his kingdom and told them, we have to do something to ensure that the kingdom prospers. I don't want to see my prajalu, my citizens, dying every day. So, do something. Come out with a constitution which all our people must follow, so that our kingdom can prosper economically, financially, commercially, so that people can be happy. So he ordered the 12 wise men of the kingdom to go and write a constitution which everybody in the kingdom will follow. The 12 wise men went, after 2 months, came with a 200-page manual and gave it to the king and said, Maharajudu, ఇదే మేము రాసినము, ఇదన్నీ ఫాలో చేస్తే మన ప్రజలు హ్యాపీగా ఉంటారు, సంతోషంగా ఉంటారు, ప్లస్ వెల్తీగా ఉంటారు. మహారాజా చెప్పినారు, Maharaja said, when the Madhya Pradesh is suffering for food, how can Uttar Pradesh, you understand this Madhya Pradesh is Uttar Pradesh, how can people have the motivation to read 200 pages? So make it small, make it smaller. They went to work, came back after a month with 100-page manual. He said, if 200 pages can become 100 pages, make it even small, go. These guys were disappointed. What is this Maharaj? Very, very demanding. And they went, made that 100-page into a 10-page and thought, now gifts will come. Maharaja, gift ani istaro. They came back. Maharaj said, if 200 can become 100, if 100 can become 10-page, I think even 10-page can become smaller. Go and do your work. These guys went, came back with a 1-page manual. 1 page la anni undi. Wait. Tarvata manamu we can clap. Finish avatledu inka. He said, if you have made it as 1 page, I think you can make it even more shorter. I said, what? 200 to 100, 100 to 10, 10 to 1 page, and now you're asking us even. He said, go and do the work. They came back with a 1 paragraph. King said, if you can make it as 1 paragraph from 200 page, I think you can make it as 1 line. I want a 1-line constitution. That 1-line constitution must be the DNA of every citizen of this kingdom. These guys said, I think it's going to be difficult, but they went and came back with a 1-line constitution. And every citizen of this kingdom followed this 1-line constitution. From the Maharaj to the most ordinary person on the street, they followed. The kingdom prospered economically, the kingdom prospered financially, the kingdom prospered with happiness, and the kingdom grew because they followed the 1-line constitution. Do you want to know what is that 1-line constitution? I'm not hearing yes from everybody. But will you follow that 1-line constitution? That I'm not hearing. Can I expect you to follow that 1 line? Because there is no point in telling you if you are not going to follow. Can I expect you to follow? Yes or no? The 1-line constitution read, no free lunch. No free lunch. Citizens were told, in this kingdom, there is no free lunch. Each citizen has to earn his lunch. My dear friends, I started saying there are 4 basic human needs in this world. The first need in this world is the food. And the constitution read, no free lunch. It said, from morning till afternoon, if you have not done anything worthwhile, go and do something worthwhile before you are worth the food that you are going to eat. If you have not done anything worthwhile, do something worthwhile, because it is better to starve than to be on free lunch. Are you able to follow and understand what I'm trying to say? Because please understand, if you're a student, ask yourself this one question. Before your hand hits the morsel of the food, what is that I have learned from morning till now? Have I learned at least one thing from morning till now which is worthwhile, to be worth the food that I'm going to eat? If I have not done anything worthwhile, it is better to starve than to be a parasite. How long can we be on free lunch, my dear friends? If 10 people are working in an organization And if 9 people are contributing and 1 person is not contributing, then what is happening? The productivity of the organization is coming down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Each one of us being on free lunch, it brings the economic condition of our country down, of our state down, of your town down, of your family down. The need of the hour is to live by the one-line constitution called as no free lunch. Even today I ask myself this question. Before I sit on the table to have my lunch, I ask myself, Sreeram, what is that you have done worthwhile from morning till now to be worth the food that you're going to eat today, that you're going to eat now? If you have not done anything worthwhile, do something worthwhile. If not anything else, learn something new. Have you motivated somebody? Have you inspired somebody? Have you encouraged somebody? I ask myself this question. Have I made a difference to somebody's lives? If I have not made a difference, because that's what my life is all about. If I have not done something worthwhile, then I am not worth to eat the food which is there in front of my table. Ask yourself, my dear friend, the mother in your, each one of us have a mother in our house. The lady in the house, she doesn't have an holiday. Do you know that? A lot of young boys here, a lot of young girls here. Saturday, Sunday, Diwali, Holi, Ramzan, New Year, Christmas, casual leave, privilege leave, earned leave, medical leave, holiday leave. So many leaves are there. But ask your mother at home, she doesn't have an holiday. She is never on free lunch. She works every day. She toils, whether you toil or not, she toils inside the kitchen. And that is why the love of the mother is such a powerful love. Because she has never been on free lunch, she will never be on free lunch. And she is not on free lunch. If there is something you have to learn from a mother in the house, it is not to be on free lunch. It is better to starve than to be on free lunch. And today what's happening? Everything free. Everything free. So as a result of which, but Sreeram, it is good, no, that we have to give Annadan. In fact, that's what I was telling the chairman who was having lunch with me. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Annadan is good, but please understand, even if you give Annadan in the morning, evening, Malli Akalestudi. Vastradana is good, but you give him a dress, 1 year later, the dress will go. So even in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, the best dan is, if you ever you want to give a dan, give jnana as dan, give knowledge as dhyan. That is what today the world is saying. The Western world has copied from Bhagavad Gita and saying, feed a man with a fish, you feed him for the day. Teach him fishing, you have fed him for the rest of his life. Yes. What is the need of the hour is to give that knowledge to the world. The knowledge, the first knowledge I need to give to the world is that there is no free lunch. Work your way. There is only one way to the top. There is only one route to the top. There are no escalators in life. There is only steps which every individual has to take. It is only a ladder which every one individual has to climb. And that ladder doesn't come with free lunch. You have to work your way towards your success. The basic need of a human being, the first need of the human being is the food. And decide today, decide here and now that from today onwards, I will not be on free lunch. I always tell, when people come and ask me, do sales training, the first thing I'll tell is, as a sales guy, by lunch when you're going to have, ask yourself, what is that you have done worthwhile from morning till now? Have you created a prospect? Have you collected a payment? Have you closed a sale? If you have done any one of these three, have your lunch. If you have not done any one of these three, don't have. Find one and then come and have lunch. And that is the way to live. That is the way to grow. Because please understand, my dear friends, when you do an hard work, you eat peruganam, but it will taste like biryani. If you are in free lunch, you eat biryani and it will not taste good. That is the truth. The truth is that. I repeat, out of your sweat, out of your hard work, out of your toil, you eat that curd rice will taste like a biryani. So let us work towards creating a world which is no free lunch, the first need. The second need for a human being, is to accept yourself as what you are. Today, we are not at peace with ourselves. Can you look at the mirror and tell yourself, I love myself? If you can tell, the second box of your life is a tick. Somehow or other, I'm not in peace with myself. I'm not happy with myself. I wish I was somebody else. Please understand, my dear friends, the greatest responsibility you have in this world is to be yourself. God wanted one Jesus Christ, God wanted one Gautama Buddha, God wanted one Mahatma Gandhi, God wanted one Swami Vivekananda, God wanted one Bhagat Singh, God wanted one Gampa Nageshwar Rao, God wanted one you, and that is why you have been sent. If you are not needed, you will not be sent here. Yet Jesus Christ was required at that point of time, yet Jesus Christ was sent. You were required and hence you have been sent. I am not telling this. The author of the book Think and Grow Rich says, in the history of the world, there has been nobody like you. Look around. Today too, there is no one like you. And in the infinite of times to come, there will be no one like you. You are rare. You are unique. You are special. You are the only one of its kind. You are a masterpiece. God created you. And then it destroyed the mold and went to create the next mold. God does not create carbon copies. Are you able to understand? God does not have time to create carbon copies. He has created you. He has created you because He sees there is a purpose behind your existence. There is a purpose behind your birth. And that is the reason you have been sent. But unfortunately, what you're doing, you're comparing yourself with, I should be like him, I should be like her, I should be like this, I should be like that. You should be like you. Period. Nothing else. The greatest responsibility you have in this world is to be yourself. Please understand, even if I want to be a Narendra Modi, I can be only second Narendra Modi. Original Narendra Modi is already gone. True or not, my dear friends? I am only a duplicate. God does not want you to be a duplicate. God wants you to be an original. Let us Sreeram, నాకు ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్ లాగా hair లేవు, సుష్మితా సెన్ లాగా eyes లేవు, దీపికా పడుకోన్ లాగా size లేవు. All this you will get only in the robo, dead body only you will get. Accept yourself as what you are. Somehow or other we are not at peace with ourselves. Every day in the morning, get up and you tell yourself, in the history of the world, nobody has been like me. Today too, there is no one like me. And in the infinite of times to come, there will be no one like me. Even if a concept of rebirth exists, you will not be born as you. It is only in this generation, you were born as probably Vijay, living in Khammam at this point of time. This is the only chance. So what is it? But Sreeram, I don't have those great strengths. I don't have all those things. Please understand, all of us cannot have everything. Mahatma Gandhi was created to fight against Britishers with non-violence. So he was fragile. Subhash Chandra Bose was created to fight against the Britishers with war. So he was built marvelously. Subhash Chandra Bose cannot compare himself with Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi cannot compare himself with Subhash Chandra Bose. Each one of us have been created with purpose. There was a tiny little hand which was moving next to the mountain. The mountain looked at the ant and said, do you have sigil, Niku? Don't you have shame? I'm so big. I'm carrying forest. I can withstand cyclone. I can withstand anything. And you are so tiny. One wind blows, you will go away. And you are in front of me. Aren't you ashamed? The ant looked at the mountain and said, correct. You are majestic. You are big. You are monumental. Yes. but I can move. Can you move? Understand, my dear friends, mountains are majestic and monumental because they are supposed to be stationary. Ant is fragile because it is supposed to move. Let not an ant compare itself with a mountain. Then why are you comparing yourself with others? You cannot bat like Tendulkar. But Tendulkar cannot do many things which he can do. You can go and have ice cream in the middle of the road. Can he have ice cream in the middle of the road? You can go and have pani puri in the road. If Sachin Tendulkar comes, there will be traffic jam. Security has to come. Several things what you can do, he cannot do. And that's why you are not a celebrity. That's why he is a celebrity. I can understand. A cat cannot go to the forest and hunt a deer and come. But can a tiger enter into the house and drink the milk and go? Cats have been created for cat's purpose. These have been created for this purpose. That's all. Don't compare yourself with others. I'm not looking like her. I'm not looking like him. That's not the point. You are the best which God can be created. You are the number one against your name. You are not a duplicate. You are not a photocopy. You are not a carbon copy. You are originally created, crafted, designed, and sent here. And that original, live up to that. Live up to that original. Even if I have to become like a Mukesh Ambani, I should have the strengths of Mukesh Ambani. I should have the weakness of Mukesh Ambani. Even if I inculcate all the strengths of Mukesh Ambani, even if I inculcate all the weakness of Mukesh Ambani, I still cannot have the timing of Mukesh Ambani. Because Mukesh Ambani was born in some time, he was born in some other date, he was born under some other situations, I am born in some other date, some other place, some other situation. Situations cannot be replicated. So there is absolutely no point in trying to compare yourself with others. Do not compare yourself with others. You are originally created, crafted, masterpiece, and sent here. Live the original you have to be. But Sreeram, I don't have too many strengths. I'm coming to it. God, Bible says, God created man from his own image. God created man from his own image. Which means you and me have been created from the image of God. Can I create a gold necklace without gold in it? Cheppandi. Can I make a gold necklace without gold in it? Can I make a clay pot without clay in it? Which means, if God has created you from his own image, you have that image of God. The quality of God is already there with you. You are born with that. And that's what in Hinduism it is said, Aham Brahmasmi. You are no different from God. Which means you have the godliness qualities in you. So I believe every human being in this world does not have all the strengths. But each human being in this world has one strength, has one talent, has one unique thing. And the pursuit of your life, the purpose of your life, the journey of your life, the discovery of your life is to discover that what is that one thing which is hidden in you. What is that one thing? What is that one quality? I don't know. Tendulkar found it at the age of 15. Vishwanathan Anand found it at the age of 22. You have to find at some age, at some stage, what is that one quality. But you can discover that quality only when you can accept yourself as what you are. When you can stand in front of the mirror and tell, I love myself. The day you tell, I love myself, inside your personality, what is there will come out. But Sreeram, do I have that strength? Do I have it in me? I don't know about my education. I look black. I look brown. I'm not fair. I'm not tall. I'm not, looking beautiful. Please understand. This was a time where racialism was at its peak in America. I keep telling a lot of stories because you will remember stories. You may forget my speech, but you will still remember the stories. By remembering the stories, you will remember the message. It was a time when there was racialism in America. Racialism means blacks were treated as slaves. as second grade citizens. And there were two young black children, a boy by name Martin and his sister by name Jennifer, elder sister, were working in the house of a white girl called Mary. Martin was 8 years old, Jennifer was 12 years old, and Mary was 5 years old. Mary was celebrating her birthday party. Coming to know that their master is celebrating the birthday party, these two young kids, Martin and Jennifer, bought a small gift and decided to gift it to Mary. They bought this gift, went to the birthday party, and right in the middle of the birthday party, Mary was standing. They walked very slowly because they were blacks, they were slaves, everybody was white out there. They went and gave the gift to Mary and said, many, many happy returns of the day, Mary. Mary grabbed the gift, threw it into a corner, didn't even look at them, and said, wait for the party is over and have the leftovers and go. What did she say? Wait for the party is over. Have the leftover. Leftover na enti andaru bhojam chesin tarvata waste untadi kada, kukkeku pandirku istara, ade leftover. Eat that and go. All party shifted to find out who are those people who are going to have leftovers, and they found two black kids. The party continued because blacks mean slaves. Slaves means they can be only having leftovers. So nobody bothered. But these two black kids were highly humiliated. They were dejected, demotivated, demoralized. They slowly walked out of the party. The 8-year-old boy kept looking at sky and kept asking, why am I born a black? Why am I born a black? The 12-year-old girl didn't have an answer, and she was only having tears in her eyes, and she was crying. And the boy kept asking, why am I born a black? As they were walking, they found a gas balloon vendor. You know how a person sells balloons? Every time he finds a group of children, he will release a balloon in the air. Seeing the balloon going up, immediately children will say, hey, naka balloon kavali, ako balloon kavali. That's how he used to sell. The gas balloon vendor released a red balloon. It went up. He then released a blue balloon. That too went up. He then released a white balloon. That too went up. This young boy, 8-year-old boy Martin, was looking at this whole thing. Seeing this thing, he ran to the gas balloon vendor and asked the gas balloon vendor, uncle, you sent a red balloon. It went up. You sent a blue balloon. That too went up. You sent a white balloon. That too went up. Uncle, if you send a black balloon, will it go up? Because he thought anything black cannot go up in life. Anything black cannot move up in life. For the first time, Martin met a good human being, met a Samaritan. The 8-year-old boy was crying, but this gas balloon vendor kneeled himself down, threw himself arm over the shoulder of the boy, wiped his tears and said, son, it is not the outside of the balloon that takes it to the top. It is the inside of the balloon that takes it to the top. And inside of all the balloons are made of the same stuff. That boy, that day realized, outside is I'm black, but inside I'm created of the same stuff as any other human being has been created. And he went on to become Martin Luther King, who's responsible for the freedom of all the African American black people in this world. My dear friend, I don't know your outside. I don't even know any one of you. I don't know where you're born. I don't know what caste you are. I don't know what community you are. I don't know whether you're black or white or brown or fair. I don't know what education you've gone through. I don't know you know English or you don't know Telugu or you don't know what. I don't even know anything. All I know is you are a human being and you have been created by the same stuff as created by any other human being in this world. That's the only thing. And that's the only thing I need to know. I don't have to know anything else. I don't have to know anything else. Everything else is secondary. Am I educated, non-educated? Am I urban born, city born, village born, rich, poor, deaf, dumb, blind? No. Are you a human being? God does not have time to create junk. God does not have time to create useless creatures. God sends you with purpose. Only thing is, you are saying, I'm not happy with myself, I'm not happy with myself, I'm not happy with myself. Be happy with yourself. Accept yourself. In the deep African jungle, every day a lion wakes up. Every day a deer wakes up. The deer knows that it has to run faster than the fastest lion to see the end of the day. The lion also wakes up realizing that it has to run faster than the fastest deer for it to survive. So it doesn't matter, my dear friends, whether you are a deer or a lion, you have to run. Same is the case. It doesn't matter who you are. Every day, accept yourself and live your life. You are a cat or a tiger. You are a mountain or an ant. Doesn't matter. Live the life with acceptance. And that's the second need. No free lunch will take you economically higher. Accepting yourself will ensure that in your own eyes you feel good. Because the whole world can call you a plum, but the man in the mirror says you are a bum, you are a bum. The whole world might call you a bum, but the man in the mirror says you are a plum, you are a plum. So all that matters is what you think of yourself. That's far more important than what the world thinks of you. Be character oriented and not reputation oriented. Reputation is what world gives you. Character is what you give yourself. Respect yourself first. The world will respect you. Expecting the world to respect you, it will never happen. So accept, number 2. Number 3, lead. What is the third need? The third need I have is to love. To love and to be loved. The love when I'm talking about is not the love you see in the movie, where you go around the tree having romance. That is romance, not love. Love I'm talking about is, to me, love is nothing but sharing, caring, listening. This is what is love. Your greatest help to society can be that decide today that I will no more be a consumer of love, but I will be a giver of love. Love, it will emanate from me. You decide. You go and search for a friend. You will never get one, my dear friends. You go to search to be a friend. You will get thousands of friends. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Decide, I will be the giver. I will be the giver. Givers gain. Because all the time you're looking at what can others give me, what can others give me, what can others give me, what can others give me. You decide from now onwards, I will give love. I will give time. Because millions of people in this country go to bed hungry. Hungry not for food. Hungry for understanding. Hungry that there is nobody to love them, nobody to care for them. You be that kind of person who give love. Because that's a third need required. This world can be cleansed by love. The most puny person in this world, my dear friends. Puny na telsu kada, intade untadi and ammai. Okay, she was the most puniest woman, but she became the strongest woman in the world only by giving love to the world. I'm talking about Mother Teresa. She only gave love to the world. Decide to give love. Be the source of love. And the last and final need is, my dear friends, at the end of the day, people talk about positive attitude, behavior, character, blah, 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 all those stuff. I tell them only one thing. All these will come. But the first thing you need to understand is, are you happy in life? If you are not happy in life, you cannot have positive attitude. If you are not happy in life, you cannot be successful. If you are not happy in life, you cannot contribute to society. First and foremost is, do everything in life out of happiness and not for happiness. All the time what you're doing, you're thinking, if I study well, I'll become happy. No. Happily study, you will become successful. Today, why? Today, children at the age of 18, 19, 20 are committing suicides. Students who go to Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Management, cricketers commit suicide. Sportsmen commit suicide. Actors commit suicide. Why? They were all searching for happiness in the world outside, when happiness actually lies within you. Happiness is in the being domain, not in the becoming domain. What are children? Does any child go to school happily? No. Why? Because somewhere or other we have told the child, no. Learn to do things out of happiness and not for happiness. The more you do things for happiness, happiness will elude you. The more you do things out of happiness, everything will come. If at all one thing you should not lose is happiness. Don't lose happiness for anything in this world. Don't lose happiness for anything in this world. And happiness is not pleasure. Happiness is not satisfaction. Happiness can come when you are comfortable with yourself. And please understand, my dear friends, anything lost can be got again. Anything lost. Sreeram, sure? Yes. Wealth lost. Go and ask anybody in the stock market. They will tell you. One day they will lose lakhs. Another day they will get crores. True or not? Wealth lost can be got again. Health lost. Today technology has come. Health, somebody on the verge of death can be brought back to life. Health loss can be got again. Character lost can be got again. Valmiki was a dacoit, was a robber. But do you know Valmiki as a dacoit or a robber, or do you know Valmiki as a saint? Saint. Character lost can be got again. In fact, even in today's world, there is a movie also which has come called Catch Me If You Can. The criminal, the guy who actually forged checks, who duplicated people, who was a con, who was a criminal, is today the man who designed the checks for the entire banking system of the world. He is the man, and the movie has come called Catch Me If You Can. He goes around teaching the world how to stop money laundering, which means yesterday a criminal, but today a professional. So character lost can be got again. But if one thing which is lost cannot be got again is, what is the date today? 26th of October, 3 p.m. 2014. Whatever you do will not come again. Whatever you do, you do whatever you want to do. Because now it's 3-1. 3 p.m. October 26, 2014. That moment, if you are unhappy, that moment will not come again. Your crores and crores and crores which you lost in the bank will come again. So what are you doing? You are trading one day of your happiness for something. I lost my friend, you will get him again. You will get somebody else again. You lost money, you will get it back again. But this moment of happiness is gone, it will never come again. There was a man by name Abdullah. I've quoted Hindu Gita or Christ, everything. To me, God is everything, God is everybody. I'm a practitioner of Hinduism, but I believe in every religion. Abdullah was a Sufi saint. Abdullah learned that there was a master who lived in the cave who was always happy. So Abdullah went to the master and asked the master, Master, what is the secret of being happy every day? Master said, every morning when I wake up, I ask myself only one question. I want you to ask this question, Abdullah. Abdullah, ask yourself this question when you wake up in the morning. Open your eyes. Abdullah, what is the choice for the day? Happiness or misery? You make a choice. And having made a choice, that day I will live by that choice. A disciple came to Abdullah and asked, Abdullah, how are you happy for 24 years? Abdullah said, every day నేను లేచిన వెంటనే ఒకటే మాట అడుగుతాను. What is the choice for the day? Happiness or misery? 24 years my choice has been happiness. Having chosen happiness, I live my day by happiness. The fourth need, happiness. Ask yourself this question. Will you choose misery or happiness? Yes or no? Will you choose happiness or misery? Will you choose happiness? Having made the choice, live the day by the choice. That's all. Do everything in life out of happiness and not for happiness. If I am thinking that I will come to Khammam all the way driving from Hyderabad and speak here, and after 1 hour all of you will clap, and if that will give me happiness, if what I thought, I'm a fool. One of you may not even like my speech. I came here because out of happiness I came, as a result of which 3 hours journey, 3 hours up, 3 hours down, for 45 minutes to 1 hour speech. Not to become happy, my dear friends. I'm so happy knowing all these. I'm so happy to share with you all these. I've come here. Gampa Nageshwar Rao is not, conducting this program to get happiness. He says, I'm so happy. I want the youth of my country to also be happy. So out of happiness, let me conduct this program. But Sreeram, idanni correct. But what happens is, if you lose something, your happiness will go, right? There was an young couple who bought a new car. They bought the new car, very happy. Insurance kuda avaledu. Teeskoni vachinaru. They went around the town, and night, by the time they came back, it was little late. Registration kuda has not happened. They did not park the car in the garage. They parked the car in the road because it was late. They went to sleep. Next day morning, the woman woke up, opened the balcony. The first thing she wanted to see was the car which her husband had bought. Looked at it and found the car had been stolen. She came running to her husband, woke him up and said, "Hubby, the car is gone, has been stolen." And she was very unhappy. Husband looked at her and said, "Honey, the car has anyway been dropped. We can choose to be happy about it. The car has anyway been dropped. We can choose to be miserable about it. Anyway, the car has been robbed. Why not choose to be happy than to be miserable? Because by getting misery, we are not going to get back the car. Let us see what can be done." That's it. 1 week later, call came to the husband that your car has been found out. And he was very happy, he was very thrilled. He went, took the car to the police station, was driving at frenzied speed. And as he was driving, the car was rammed and jammed by a truck. Accident. It was not even been insured. He came back home, absolutely dejected, absolutely demoralized. He looked at his wife and said, "Honey, the car is rammed and jammed." This is the time, and he was very miserable. And it was the wife's turn now. The wife looked at him and said, "Buddy, the car is anyway rammed. We can choose to be happy about it. The car is anyway jammed. We can choose to be miserable about it. Anyway, the car is rammed and jammed. Why not choose to be happy than to be miserable? Because by being miserable, are we going to get back our car? It is only by getting into next step of action we are going to get back the car." My dear friends, ask yourself this question: has your worries and tensions changed anything in the world? Nothing has changed. Only thing is you have lost your moment of happiness. As I told you, millions you lose today, you will get it tomorrow. Health you lose today, you will get it tomorrow. Character you lose today, you will get it tomorrow. This moment, 3 p.m., 26th October 2014, will never come again. So I will not lose this moment of life. That's it. I will not lose this moment of life. So my dear friend, if I have to take care of society, my duty to the society, first is to take care of yourself. Remember, everything what you have learnt in this impact is only a shell. What are the shells that you collected now in the last 1 hour? The first shell that you collected is, in this world, economic prosperity is my right. Your right. Please understand, my dear friends, every human being, the right human being, has a moral responsibility to be rich. Every one of us has a moral responsibility to be rich. Don't say, I don't like money. Money in your hands. Money in the hands of the right person. An impact at Khammam has happened. Money in the hands of a terrorist in Khammam. A bomb blast will happen in Khammam. Correct me if I'm wrong. Money in the right hands goes to the right cause. As a result of which we need to earn money. Each one of us sitting in this room need to be wealthy. And if you have to be wealthy, you need to start your life with the first principle called no free lunch. I want every one of you to repeat with me. No free lunch. I will never be on free lunch. I want you to repeat after me. I will never be on free lunch. The first thing which will ensure, if you're a student, Sreeram, I'm a student, I'm not earning anything, no problem, go and learn. Go and learn. Every day ensure that you learn at least one thing before lunch. Every day you ensure that you learn one thing before dinner, and then have your food. And that food will have the taste. Point number one. Point number two. Understand, in the history of the world, there has been nobody like you. In the infinite of times to come, there will be no one like you. Today too, there is no one like you. You are rare. You are unique. You are special. You are the only one of its kind. God does not have time to create useless creations. God sees a purpose. There was a time a J.R.D. Tata was required. There was a time a Mahatma Gandhi was required. There was a time that you are required, and that is why you have been sent to this planet. And God has created you from His own image. Believe in the inside stuff. It is not outside of the balloon that takes you to the top. It is the inside of the balloon that takes you to the top. And the inside of all the balloons are made of the same stuff. Inside of each one of us are made of the same stuff. The stuff with which a Gandhi was made, the stuff with which a Vivekananda has made, the stuff with which all your heroes and role models have been made, that is the same stuff with which you have been made. So live believing in the inside stuff. Number three, be a giver of love and not just a consumer of love. Be a torch which can give love to the world. And finally, live your day, live your life out of happiness and not for happiness. The car is rammed and jammed. You can choose to be happy about it. The car is rammed and jammed. You can choose to be miserable about it. Anyway, the car is rammed and jammed. Why not choose to be happy than to be miserable? As a result of which, be happy. Every day in the morning, ask yourself when you wake up, Abdullah, what's the choice for the day? Happiness or misery? What's your choice? What's your choice? Having chosen happiness, live by happiness. Understand, the proof of right living is in the happiness that you derive. As a result of which, be happy. That's the way to develop positive attitude. That is the way to develop successful attitude. That is the way to develop I can attitude. Become a success. God created you for a purpose. Live and find the purpose and fulfill that purpose, because you are a masterpiece. The motto of life should be to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. When you do all these things, you will leave a legacy. Love you all. God bless us all. Thank you so much.